Good evening and welcome to a scene for Edessa, the Dark Crusade. Tonight's scene is a little bit special as two members of the Wildling have been roaming around the city, talking to people, probing a little bit about the different Cainites that lives in the city, trying to understand who would make a good candidate. And it so happened that they brought back news to their heaven to a certain someone who probably might not have been happy hearing who were the candidates for the regency of the barony. And so the one named Calix de Mourne has decided to go and see the Nosferatu envoys with his brother and his sister, who, well, he might explain himself how exactly he intends to make this entrance.
The entrance that Calyx, that Cal would prefer, is one with his brother and sister at his side. Three have made plans to go into the city. He would choose to purchase new clothes, courtly clothes, for both of them, and make sure that he was appropriately dressed before appearing at the palace.
So, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
And I guess that this is the moment where the three wildling will make their entrance into the palace.
As they go, tell me of Job, sister.
As all Nosferatu in this palace, she hides behind a mask. She seems like one true herald, always careful to see that her lord and his word are heard and respected. I haven't seen much of her, but I would expect her to show respect and superiority considering her position in the city, but I guess if you show the same respect that one would expect from a victor, I guess that everything will go fine.
How has she treated the others that have put their name forward?
The only one I saw putting his name forward was Ravnos. She simply acknowledged him. I think that she is more here to ensure that the ruling and decision of the prince are respected. I
Fair enough.
cannot bring you more information on this matter.
Godfrey,
Yes,
have you encountered Job before?
I only encountered Job when we first all met her at the court.
And what is your opinion on her?
She was. She is very secretive. She doesn't let too much of it be exposed.
All right. So, yep, they would eventually get up to the entrance to the palace.
The door that the others have used previously has city guard, or palace guard rather, in front of it, who don't pay you any heed if you go to walk past them. Inside this wing of the palace is not one occupied by the regent or any members of his court. It is more of a kind of meeting area, and yeah, you will walk through the hall and into the main room. The large painted pillars. Seems to be overlapping styles that have been built up over the centuries by the different cultures that have owned the city. And you come into the main room, and there is a table with two kind of urns on it, and two guards standing either side with masks, like you can see in my overlay, clad in kind of looks like leather armor or something, with spears on either side of it, standing stock still.
Cal, having dressed in his scaled armor, his sword at his side, will stop before the table.
The guards stand motionless.
Were you saying something, Damien?
Mashib is going to look around to see if there isn't a servant or someone else rather than the guard, because obviously they are not going to move away from the urns as it is their duty.
There does not appear to be anybody around here this late at night.
You mean you mean Job is there, or?
No, there's just the two. Well, the two people look like Job, so they're dressed slightly differently. But there's no one else.
She's going to look inquisitively at the guards.
Stock still, standing straight ahead.
So, does the noble herald? Does any one of you two know if the noble herald would take grievances if a name was added without her knowledge?
As one, they both raise their spear and stamp it onto the ground, causing a large bang that echoes around the chamber.
She smiles, take a step back, and we'll wait.
About 30 seconds later, a man, Middle Eastern, bald-headed, wearing robes, comes into the room. Says, "Ah, lords and ladies, you have come to see the ambassador?
Indeed.
Please follow me."
And we shall follow this good lad.
He will follow you in silence. He has something of a scurrying, slightly hunched over look to him. And he takes you, it's only about maybe a minute down a side corridor to a room. So please, make yourself comfortable. Mistress will be with you momentarily.
Thank you. Who was it that led us here? As he'll ask the servant's name.
I am somebody of little importance, Lord. Please, make yourselves comfortable and the mistress will come. and he will scurry off.
She will sit on, I would guess, cushions.
Inside there is a kind of a large desk with a chair behind it, and there is a chair in front of it. Although on the sides of the walls there are kind of like reclining, not sofas obviously, but like things you could recline on, things you can sit on.
Okay. She take notice. She's
Calyx,
going to sleep.
Calyx will sit in a chair in front of the desk, not behind it.
A couple of minutes after you've come in, the scribe comes back in with a couple more chairs for you. He goes, "Sorry, lords, we weren't expecting company. Please make yourself comfortable." And 2 chairs similar to the one that Alex is sitting on will be put down. My mistress will only be a short while.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting. I'm going to look around a little bit. Is there like a small library?
No, the room is reasonably sparse. No, the room's pretty sparse. There's not an awful lot in here. There's a kind of wash bowl in the corner. There's the desk. The desk has on it a quill that doesn't have any ink in the well. And yeah, it literally doesn't look like that much else. There's a few hanging kind of tapestries in the local Armenian style.
Okay. Well, while she waits, she will probably take a small parchment to read that she has on her while waiting.
Sure. What are the other 2 do?
Basically, it's an extract from the royal, the book of royal medical art by Ali ibn Abbas al-Mashusi, which is one of a medical book that exists in the Arab world.
Cool. What are the other 2 doing while a compilation for Grand reads?
I will be standing beside Manshid, politely waiting.
Okay. Nobody comes for around 10 minutes. Do you guys want to do anything?
No, I'll just make a comment that I'm starting to think that I should have made my coming to the palace a little bit more public.
She's reading. She is going to whisper. Perhaps also it's a way to show that she has more important things to do than to talk to the vampires of this city.
Tell me of the children of Salat that we'll be meeting soon.
They both follow roads that I am not sure, but I would say that the Imam most certainly is following either the road of heaven or most probably the road of humanity. Their most important questions were regarding the safety of the population, even if they both belong to two different religion as they would have been mortal. I believe that their objective is to see that all people of this city stay safe. They were most curious about what would happen to the blood tide, to those that will be sent to Jerusalem.
Hmm.
So I would say that what they would most certainly search is someone that can bring peace to the city, someone that can rally people around him, rather than probably going for a more brutal form of reign.
And neither of them have put their names forward.
No, when she actually closed her book, when I talked to them and they agreed to meet with us tomorrow, probably, they said that they did not wish to put their name forward. Apparently, the Imam doesn't want because he cared too much about human, and he apparently feared that this would come into, well, would make his belief quite hard to stay pure. And the warrior didn't seem very eager to put his name forward. They wished to find a more suitable candidate.
I see. Fair enough.
Have you seen the La Sombra, Gottfried? Eric?
Yeah, what you need?
Meshib asked if you encountered the La Sombras, more especially, the candidate that put his name.
Sir Ulrich seems more inclined to be a people pleaser than a proper man of authority. The father, he seems at least somewhat on a proper path. Sister Madeline, I cannot give a proper opinion. She seems very quiet and reserved. And then they have their merchant. He himself seems more of a fool and a braggart. He seemed to cause quite a stir among his clanmates at our last meeting.
I see. What gave you this idea that Sir Ulrich has decided to be more of a people pleaser?
He carries himself more, how should I say, he seeks more of the praise of those around him. He doesn't really show the mindset of someone who wants to be a leader.
The door creaks open, and in strolls a figure dressed the same as the others, but in slightly more ornate-looking armor.
Kellex will stand.
She doesn't appear to register either three of you. Walks behind the desk, says to her, "There are two guards outside the door." She says, "Wait there, shut the door." And she goes looks out of the window momentarily, and then, once the door's shut, takes a seat behind her desk. I was told you wanted to speak to me.
I did, John.
And you
First,
are?
let me. My name is Calixte Dumont of Clan Brujah, child to the minor noble, second son of the minor noble Mackay Dumont, childer to the Brujah elder known as Muhammad Nefhalim.
You are a crusader?
I was.
I should say thank you then. It was your army's ransack of the city that debased the La Sombras, so that we could claim power. Thank you, Calix of Clan Brujah.
He ducks his head a little bit.
And you other two? I believe I've seen you before.
Indeed, we have, and she bows. Rashid Haranka of Clan Cappadocian.
She looks at Gottfried.
Greetings, I'm Clan Gangrel.
What a motley crew we have here. And how did you three come to be in each other's company?
We have traveled together for a few years, moving from place to place.
And you finally ended up in my lord's city.
It is a beautiful place.
But it is a fine city.
You think
A
it's
very
beautiful?
interesting one.
Have you been to Jerusalem? You've seen the spires of the basilica, the great walls. Dessa is a piss pot.
Actually, I would like to go to the well and pray.
Perhaps Jerusalem is much more grand than this place. But in the few months that we have made our home here, I particularly have seen the potential this place has. So that is the reason I wished to come speak to you about the future potential of this city.
Well, speak then. What do you have to say?
I wish to put my name forward.
The crux of the matter. Certainly. You are more than welcome to do so. I was surprised we did not have more candidates already. You know the other two who have put their names forward, I presume? It's a small city after all.
One, La Sombra, known as Sir Ulrich, and the other, a Ravnos, known as Gale.
Quite right.
Yale.
And why would you make a better candidate than these two? Gale has sworn allegiance to me. He has kissed the sovereign ring of my lord Ezekiel the Beautiful. Are you willing to do the same, Brujah? And she will peel off a glove reach into her pocket and apply a rather gaudy-looking signet ring to a withered hand.
It is not my wish to diminish the grandeur nor the importance of your station or that of Ezekiel the Beautiful's. However, it strikes me that he who rules Jerusalem would be better served by a partner rather than a servant. After all, we are Canaanites all. We are not children to squabble in the streets over the last crust of bread. And it is time that we show that.
How unexpected. A brujah with pride. Very fancy words of saying no. Why would my lord wish a baron who will not swear fealty to him? He is your lord, whether you swear it or not.
He is my lord. And thus when he sees me, he will know me to be a true asset to his rule.
You have a high opinion of yourself, brujah. Tell me, in what way will you be an asset to my lord's rule in Edessa?
For one, I will not let his place be challenged here again. This city is his, and it will remain so. Until the day my sword is broken.
Anything else?
I'm sorry, Robbie, what was that?
She said, anything else? What makes you fit to rule? The strength of your sword arm is expected whether you rule or not. You should have heard the sweet promises Ulrich and Gale have made to me, things they would do. The ways the city would be better if they were the leader.
Words are wind. It is actions that will prove my worth.
Words are wind, but yet you will not swear fealty.
I have sworn fealty to he who rules in Jerusalem.
Do it again. Do it now. And she will extend a withered, corpse-like hand towards you, wearing a signet ring that has a face on it very similar to the mask she wears.
With this, I promise fealty to the Prince Ezekiel the Beautiful, who rules in Jerusalem and will remain to do so. And he will kiss the signet ring.
Good. He truly is benevolent, our Lord Ezekiel. You should behold his glory. As his baron, maybe one day you shall. We were speaking of Odessa after the war had finished. Would you like to know what I suggested we do with the place?
If you're willing to tell me, I am willing to listen. My ears are always open.
We had heard there would be scavengers up here. Those who had found a niche in the world, a place where they could be out of the sight of the great lords of our kind. And I said in my ways, I said, Lord, give this place to me. Give it to our brothers who have fought so hard, who have died. These scavengers. Their blood does not deserve to them. Let us take this place, and let it be that their blood be our bounty. And Ezekiel said, Nay, Job. Nay, Job. They are Canaanites too. And we will treat them as such, for I am powerful, and I am terrifying, and I am beautiful, but I am merciful. He is merciful, our Lord. But anyway.
And wise.
And very wise. He shames me with his wisdom. Anyway, I will of course accept you, Kalexi of Clan Brujah, as a candidate for the Baron of this city.
Again, he will incline his head. I thank you.
However, it occurs to me one thing. On your walk in the wilds, perhaps you and your friends have become accustomed to the traditions of court. I have no gift. You must have forgotten it.
Then perhaps this might be of your interest. And she is going to hand her copy of the medicine book, even if, obviously, Nosferatu will not have as much interest as she would have.
She will look at you, and she will nod. And then she will look back at Kalexis. Am I pronouncing it right?
Calixt. You can pronounce
Calixt.
Calixt.
A good Baron must have useful friends by his side. I see you have that already. And she will take the book, and she will nod deeply to the Cappadocian. Thank you for your generous gift.
She nods back.
When you leave, go to the table with the pots. Take one, inscribe your name or symbol upon it. Drop some blood in it, and my gods will know. And you may make yourself known to the city that you have done so, and you have my blessing.
I will. Again, thank you for meeting with us. I will be sure the next time that I come to the palace on official matters that I will make more of an effort to inform you.
You get the sense she may be smiling beneath the mask, but you're obviously not sure. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. But I have matters to attend to. Please. And she will stand.
She will stand.
Calixt will stand.
The door will open. One of the other masked figures at the door will open it. And she will be, safe travels.
Always. And I guess at the Wildling crew will go back to the main room.
Mm-hmm.
Calixed will take a pot and inscribe his name upon it. His full name, Calixte Dumorn. He will unsheath his sword an inch or two and cut his thumb and drop blood into the urn.
Both of the guards simultaneously, as you do this, look at you and nod.
He'll nod back.
And they go back to standing stock still.
Shall we return home?
Perhaps we would. Or do you think? And she turns to Gottfried. Do we really need to wait to put those coins into those urns? Or should we keep the suspense up?
Can we vote now?
Basically, she's asking, do we really have to wait to put the coins into the urns? Basically, do you want to put the coin now or to leave the suspense for the others?
OOC. Although candidates had to the end of the week, voting was till the end of the month, and it was it was never said that you couldn't do it now, though. In fact, it was implied that you could.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll have time to do it so we can get back home.
Well, Godfrey will go ahead and cast this coin.
Yeah, cool Kane. I just don't look at urns. They just throw coins. Yeah, the sheep will put her coin also in the urn and walk off with Calixte. I guess, however, technical question, does the candidate gets to cast his own coin?
He does. One would assume he would.
Calixte will keep his coin for now.
Suspense.
Sober. Cool. Yeah. Nobody. If you choose to leave, nobody disturbs you on the way out of the palace. It's probably around 12 o'clock now at night. The city is winding down. The market, even the night bazaar, has closed. And yeah, the city is quiet. There are some dogs barking. What do you wish to do?
When we're out of the city,
Okay.
or out of the palace, rather. Is there anything you wish to do, siblings?
No, I'm good. Some of my guards are at my small establishment, so we can go back to the heaven whenever we please.
Godfrey.
No, we can return home.
Then let's go home.
Okay. How do you guys return home? The city closes its gates a few hours after dark. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just something.
This is something too.
This is something I believe I did bring up early in the chat about you guys living outside the city.
No, see, that's my fault. See, I had thought that we could leave the city, but we couldn't come in at night.
It can be as simple as no, the City Watch shuts the gate. I mean, if anyone has any influence, City Watch, or you can
Two.
simply just you have okay.
He's the gatekeeper.
I believe we spoke about using an extended action that would basically last for a month, that would allow you kind of covert access for you and some friends.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We can work this out properly
Yep.
later, because we do need to once now you guys get your haven set up. But yeah, we can use that for now.
Okay. Basically, that's what he'll do.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you go to the gate that you were supposed to go to. There's a wink, wink, nudge, nudge from a few guards. Most likely it's unlocked, and they walk away for a couple of minutes and then just come back. And
On
yeah,
his way out, Calixt will drop a couple of coins in the entrance. Sort of look back at where they've walked off to. Smile.
sounds good. Outside the city, it is, although inside the city it is also dark. Outside the city, it is even darker. The moon is not quite full this evening. There are a few clouds covering it, but there's enough to once your eyes have adjusted to see by, especially just to walk along the path.
Mm.
Okay. Keeping to the path.
Mm. I think that went well.
Indeed.
I'm unsure of whether or not I made an impression on her. I may have. Was there anything? Was there anything that either of you two believed I could have done better?
Bringing, well, saying that you would come is probably the reason why we waited so long until she showed up. Really indicating that you were not as important as you thought you were. To barge into the middle of the night without being announced. And probably the gift, but outside of that, I would say that it is the kind of conversation that I would expect from one clan who has won the war, and expect everyone to bend knees and one of the noble house and noble clan, very bended on honor and respect.
She doesn't miss much.
Mm. But the impression that you do on her doesn't really matter. As a matter of fact, she said it herself, she did not wish the city to be spared and those who dwelled in it to live. Her opinion in this doesn't really matter. The Lord of Jerusalem just wish result and to see that his word and his fails respect his law and his demands. He is the one that you need to satisfy, not the herald.
That is true, but she does still get a vote.
Mm.
It would be unwise to ignore the fact that whichever candidate does get her coin.
Hmm. Would have a symbol rather more powerful than the one who will be elected.
It's possible.
As you're talking on the road, you come across I believe you guys live in some ruins, don't you?
Very classy ruins, but yes.
Very rural ruins are cool, man. And yeah, as you come upon them, you see there is a light inside them. Perhaps not too unusual, unless you're unaware of the locations of your brothers and sisters.
Is Mother up?
Hmm. I don't know. Perhaps she went further into the desert to talk to the spirits.
Let us see who is up.
Hmm.
Calix will make his way to the light.
In the center of the ruins and one of the large open areas, perhaps it had a roof at one point and it collapsed, there is a small fire burning. And you can see, by the light of the fire, a man who has his back to you and appears to be inspecting one of the ruined walls, totally naked. And you can see in the firelight, the yellow light making the red that covers him even more apparent. And your vampire senses can smell the sweet, sweet tinge of blood in the air. And he's completely naked.
Oh, fuck.
I think we have a visitor again.
You've seen him before.
It, it's not really that makes me say that. It's more of the fact that I'm going to have to make a certain roll because she has the territorial flaw.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Cool.
but that's actually the question that I want to ask you, Robbie. For territorial, is it the territorial where I hunt or the territorial where I live? Because if it's the
It
territorial,
would be any area you considered your own.
okay,
I
so
think it would apply for this.
yep, it would have fucking apply to it. Okay, so I'm going to have to check if I don't frenzy and have to reroll a character. God damn it! So I roll self-control, right?
I'm literally just getting the floor up one sec. Where are you?
I believe it's the one because I made it. I put my dot there in order to not go berserk every time.
Is it mental flaw?
Frenzy. Yes, it's a mental flaw. No. Or it's no, it's social. It's
I can
social.
find it.
If you catch another on your turf, check frenzy immediately. If you do not frenzy, the thought alone is enough to make you violent.
Yeah. Roll sweet chariot.
You confirm it's self-conscious, self-control, right?
Yeah, frenzy roll.
Yeah, she's fine, but yes. So, the ship is someone that is always very cool as a corpse, as one might say. She doesn't show much emotion, but yeah, Gottfried and Calix, they probably know that she is a very territorial being, and yeah, they can see that she's boiling as she's looking at the red man who is in their territory.
He he ignores you. He appears to just be almost like he's rubbing the wall or something, or touching the wall, moving his arms.
Gottfried, who is this man? Do you know?
We met once at the courts. He seems very touched. We're not sure, but he may be a clan Alcavian. But we have no proof.
And also the sole survivor of a vampire who lived in the desert before everyone disappeared.
He is.
He's also very adverse to loud noises. So if we speak, we should do so quietly.
Wasn't your clan brother curious as to what happened to the other Canaanites who lived here before? Mashid.
Sorry, what did you ask, Robert?
Wasn't your clanmate curious as to what happened to the other Canaanites?
Yes, he was.
Then perhaps we should put our fangs away and welcome him as a guest.
I agree.
She nods, even if, yeah, she doesn't appreciate the idea of having one not invited into her territory. Well, rather, who hasn't made his presence known beforehand.
Calixte will get a little closer to the individual. Speak lowly. Excuse me, sir. What is it that you're doing here?
The figure stock still. Turns around and looks at you with a face of like worry, like almost like a child's been caught doing something naughty.
I promise you no violence if you promise me no violence. As he bends down, crouching down to get on level with his eyes.
He smells at you like a dog would. It's not you. And look at the other two and cock his head. And he'll just walk past, collects it, and go to them both, and in turn. It's not you either. Strange smell here. One I've not smelled before.
Perhaps if you explain to us what exactly is you're searching, we might be able to know. And she's trying to keep her best poker face.
I don't know. I just smelt something I'd not smelt before. Or maybe I had. Maybe I do know. Memories. Memories are such difficult creatures. Anyway, and he will brighten up and go back to his wall, where you see he's been scrawling blood on it. It doesn't appear to be in any particular pattern. And he goes back and spits blood into his own hand and just begins smearing the wall with it.
Because it ain't butter.
does he appear to do anything particular? Because I guess he always have shit ton of gore on him.
It looks dried at this point, but yeah.
Hmm. Is he writing things on the wall, or is he just doing
Doodling.
his shenanigans?
He appears to be painting the wall with his own blood. Make me. It's quite dark. Make me a perception. Make me a perception awareness roll. No, sorry, perception alertness roll. Difficulty
Okay.
8, and you can lower it by all specs if you have it.
Yeah, I have. So
Except
perception.
for our,
Can we roll as well?
You may, and if Godfred wants to activate Eyes of the Beast, then the difficulty will be the same.
yeah, I was going to ask, can I use my discipline?
Absolutely.
It's pitch dark. I see no shit.
Yeah, you can see.
3 10s and a 6.
Kalexi, however, is up closer than the rest of you, and you can see there does appear to be some kind of writing that he appears to be that's been there. Can you make me an intelligence academics roll as well? Godfrey can do the same if he got any number of successes.
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Intelligence
one.
academics.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Stiff 6. Nice.
2.
The pair of you see that it's not any language that you'd recognise, and you guys would at least believe you'd recognise most languages written in the local area, even if you don't speak them that well.
Okay. He's currently in the process of smearing it, is he?
Yeah.
Can I make an intelligence roll to remember?
You can just use that intelligence roll. You can,
No.
you can. I'll let you remember roughly what it looks like, the style of it. You would maybe recognize it again.
I was going to say, like, what the shapes of it so I could reproduce it.
Okay, yeah, make an additional roll.
Intelligence, just straight up intelligence?
That will be perception. No, it wouldn't.
Would it be wits?
I think it may be wits if it's gonna like see it quickly. Yeah. Do me wits. Do wits academics. Yeah.
No, I fail.
Unfortunately, just as you're trying to get a closer look, the red man smears a goblet of blood over the last bit you were looking at.
But I will recognize it again if I see it.
You recognize it again if you see it, sure.
Okay.
And he'll turn around after doing that and stretch out right on his tippy toes. Yeah, he's a really tall guy, close to 7 foot, which is huge for the era. Big matted beard, long scraggly hair. Why are you here?
We make our home here.
Why?
It's comfortable.
Are you looking for me? And he looks defensive.
No.
If you were looking for me, you'd say you weren't looking for me.
We mean you know more.
That's true. However, Who do you believe when one person says they are lying and the other person says that this person is telling the truth? It's a conundrum. As
No,
I've said before, if you offer us no violence, I will not respond with violence.
violence. I offer no violence. Why would I offer violence? Nothing good comes from violence. But I must be sure that we're friends. And I'll look to the other two as well. We are friends. I've known you for years.
And where have we met?
We last met in Baghdad. You remember. In the bathhouse. And Saik was there also. And you. We'll look at Godfrey. Constantinople, I think. Although I don't remember your face. Maybe it was Hungary.
That's great, my dear, no problem.
So, I guess the obvious question that I'm going to ask is, uh, is he is he talking out of his ass?
You've no idea.
No, I mean,
Do we actually
he
make a
said
perception of the roll?
You
no.
have a
What
selection empathy.
I mean, do I?
Okay. Oh, sorry, I get you.
It's
No,
kind of,
you've
I
never been
went
to
to
Baghdad.
Baghdad to a bathhouse.
You've never been anywhere near Baghdad.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And he'll look at Calixi. You last met in Spain. Yes. Or maybe Sicily. Either way, we're good friends, I'm sure.
Seeing as we are good friends, is there anything that you need? A reason that you are here? Besides the odd smell?
You must tell me about the odd smell. I was walking past and I smelled anything like it. One was pine trees. Cold air. And the other, he shudders. Something else.
Hmm. The ship is going to turn to Lext. Could he be talking about mother and sister?
It is possible. But they are not here to confirm.
Hmm.
Why have you guys come? Sorry, he doesn't say guys. Why have you come? I told you not to come. You know you shouldn't be here.
You are our friend, after all.
It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter that we're friends. You won't care.
When friends are in danger,
I'm not in danger.
Then who is, friend?
Turn around. And he'll reach behind a rock that was obscured from your view and pull out what looks like a corpse. It's like an old lady, although it's pretty battered. And he'll sit on a rock, a little bit away from the fire, and he will begin feeding from it, although the corpse is clearly dead.
Hmm.
He's a messy eater.
Like, is he chewing on, like, flesh, messy eater?
He doesn't appear to be eating flesh, but he doesn't appear to care if he's damaging flesh while he consumes blood.
Okay.
And as he's doing this, he stops and looks up at you three. Kind of offers it to you. Like he's been rude that he's not offered you it before.
Calixte will look at Mashid and Gottfried.
Mm. Most certainly, the sheep is going to refuse with her head because she's kind of a roadway, which means she's a picky eater and she doesn't know where these corpses come from.
Yeah, you've no idea. Also,
no, but I am fast.
It's also unusual. You would not drink from a corpse. Dead blood is not pleasant.
But blood is still blood.
And yeah, if no one takes him up on the other, he'll go back to it and put the corpse down. Stretch again. And walk up to you. Walk up to Calixtus and put his hand on his shoulder. Smile and laugh. It was Spain. And walk past you. And he will walk into your actual haven, like where you're sleeping. Or one of the larger areas that would be suitable for a haven.
Calixte will follow. Tell me, friend, who will not care that we are friends?
Turns around, looks at you. You've forgotten. And I'll grab you by the throat, quick as you like. Would you like to do anything?
He'll wait. He'll see if he offers any other violence apart from that.
Grab you by the throat. He's pretty strong. And I'm going to roll some dice on a dice rolling website. Okay. You at this point feel in your head, if it's possible to feel it, you feel a cold breeze through your cerebral systems. And yeah, you feel this breeze prying and praying. If you've ever had your mind read before, it will be a similar feeling. And he's staring into your eyes. This only lasts for maybe 3 seconds, and then he lets go. Why did you lie to me? We never met in Spain. You're not my friend.
I did not wish to offend you. I do not know who you are. That's true. But that does not mean it cannot change. It would seem rude to outright call you a liar. I did not want to be rude to you.
Why?
Because I do not know who you are.
I've come to your haven, naked, covered in blood, and you seek not to be rude to me. Strange.
Of course we would offer you hospitality.
Many would not. Your
My,
friend
sh-
here does not wish to offer me hospitality.
Well,
my sheep eyes
we are not
twitch.
I do hope you would forgive her. We have spent many years moving from place to place together. We are something of a family. Because we have moved place to place, we have not had very many opportunities to call a place home. And this place is the first place that we have found some purchase in that regard. She wishes only to defend it.
It will not matter.
Who will it not matter to?
And he turns around. I wish to sleep tonight. May I?
of course.
I see no reason to not allow you. The desert is a cruel place to find haven from the sun's bright light. But if you are to sleep here, please tell us, who will it not matter to? Who is it that you seem to be trying to warn everyone about? For if you have warning, it would be unwise to ignore it.
It would not matter. Because you are the home. You will not go, and you should not go. You have a nice home here. And he appears to be avoiding the question. And unless you want to do anything else, he will turn around and he will walk to the deepest, darkest area of this particular building, curl up into a ball.
Perhaps later you would join me in prayer.
Who does Godfrey say that to?
The red man.
He gives you a look like he's not really sure what you just said.
Like he didn't hear me, or he just looks confused?
He looks confused. No. No.
As you wish.
Until sit down against the wall, pull his knees up to his chest, hug his chest, and just sit there. Would you like me to help you, sister? I can make the feeling go away. You will not be angry to see me.
She makes a pause as she observes the red man as she's feeling conflicted because that person holds knowledge and secrets about what happens, which obviously interests her and makes him an interesting person, but oh yeah, she's feeling very conflicted.
Okay, he'll stand up again and he'll go up to you. And he'll take one of your hands, getting dried and slightly wet blood on it. And I'll look you in the eye. And you no longer have a problem with the with the red man being here. From what you remember, he's always been welcome.
She cocks her head on the side as she's. It's very strange because she feels tense. She felt tense seconds before, but now it seems okay. And she just looks at him holding her hand, and Robbie,
Mm-hmm.
can I try to make an use the aspects, the power of the aspects that triggers vision
Yeah, go for
as
it.
he's having physical contact with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously I will not ask you, can I activate oracular ability, because it doesn't work like that, but I intend to exploit aspects. Or try to.
The is it the sudden revelations thing?
Yeah, it's that. I only have one. It might, most certainly I will not get anything, but who knows?
Are you rolling dice for it?
No, you are basically you. I can roll. I mean, I can roll it. You said.
I'd like for you to actually roll perception
Yep.
awareness for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me make sure of my awareness. Where is it? Okay. Wow.
Okay.
So one success.
Sure. Yeah. You feel like the Red Man's he's been a close friend of yours for a while now. He's certainly welcome. And no, you don't really get much else from it.
Mm-hmm. And I will roll the dice for the aspects, and you said you're the one who is setting the difficulty secretly, so we'll see whatever.
Roll away.
8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
you seem like you. I mean, no, not an awful lot happens, perceivably at least.
mhm. And she. So basically, I get the feeling that he has always been welcome, and that he That basically a sense of kinship or friendship or something like that is what you're saying?
It's not particularly kinship or friendship, but you're just absolutely certain that the Red Man's always been welcome here,
Mm-hmm.
and he always will be welcome here.
Mm-hmm. She nods. She nods to the red man. Of course, I don't have a problem with you staying here.
He'll nod.
Mhm.
And he'll go over to Calexite. Sorry, I'm bad at names.
Cal works.
Cal. He'll go. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Stevie. He'll go over to Cal and just say, "If you want to know, we will speak again, and we can help each other find answers."
I would like that very much.
So will I. She seems strangely, very, very comfortable now.
And he'll go back into the corner and curl himself up into a kind of fetal position.
The ship actually is going to go for the corpse, looking at it.
It appears to be an old lady outside. It's pretty fucking beaten up. If you ever had a dog when your character was alive, it appears like a dog's chew toy. It's been gnawed on.
She had dog.
I mean, either way,
Yeah, yeah, no, but
yeah.
yeah, I see what you mean.
And yeah, you've no idea what the ethnicity was. It appears to be local, not Arabic though. So either Syriac or yeah, basically local Middle Eastern. Certainly not Arabian.
She will turn to the red man. Do you have any use of this anymore?
He just ignores you. He appears to be kind of nodding off,
Hmm.
or at least kept in his own thoughts.
Mm-hmm. She's just going to clap her hand, and some of her clanmates, quote unquote clanmates, because obviously they're not vampires, will come and take the corpse away into her into the ruins that she called her study.
Cool. Unless anybody wants to do anything else, then yeah, feel free to do other things. But unless Redman will not do anything else, he will stay the night. Please let me know if you want to assassinate him or something.
Well, obviously, Meshid will study the corpse as a good
Mhm.
Cappadocian and do her stuff.
Okay, make a intelligence medicine roll for me.
Calixto, come to watch. How does it- yeah.
Wow. That's
You got nothing.
It's mold a lot. You don't really get any info from it. It's
yeah, it's garbage. It's garbage, but she will take the heart out and keep the skull, but she will gesture to the servants to just dispose of it because obviously you can't really learn anything from a chew toy. And I guess with that, we can call this a scene, unless Gottfried wants to do something. I will take that silence as a no. Thank you.
I'm
You-
finished.
Then thank you, players, for playing, watchers for watching, and we will see you next time when the squatter of this heaven will do new things to upset everyone by being creepy.
I'm covered in